Hello and welcome back to another episode of Math with Son. Today we're going to deal with the peculiar momentum question and also energy with simple harmonic motion. So here's the situation that we're trying to divulge. We got an equilibrium position and there's a spring and there is a block, which we're going to say has a mass of m. And then another block, which is a jerk, decides to fall on top of m. And the two scenarios that we have to deal with is if you drop this block at its max amplitude, what will happen? Well, the period of a spring is equal to 2 pi square root of m over k. So no matter what, the period is going to increase. So the period of the spring will increase. But if you drop it at its maximum amplitude, at that moment, kinetic energy is 0. And elastic potential energy is all you have, and elastic potential energy is 1/2 kx squared. So according to AP, because all we have is elastic potential energy, then dropping another block on there wouldn't change that. And that 1/2 kx squared will equal 1/2, not mv squared, but it would be 2mv squared. So because we've added more mass, the kinetic energy stays the same, but the velocity final, or the max, we'll go with max, when we do get to equilibrium, will be smaller, probably by like the square root of 2 because we got a 2m here and things like that. So if we solved, we'd have like solve for v, we'd end up square rooting 2 in some way more. So the velocity will decrease, but kinetic energy will theoretically be the same, okay, if there's no loss of friction and some other stuff. Now, that's if you drop it here at the max amplitude. What if we were to drop it, at equilibrium? So if it was at equilibrium and I decided to drop it, now what happens is we actually have to deal with momentum. Okay, so this block, originally m, is moving. And because it's moving, it has horizontal momentum, it has kinetic energy, it's got all those things, but you always need to start with momentum. Originally, on the max amplitude, its momentum was 0. Okay, so we drop it down. It had momentum in the x department, so its momentum was mv. All right, and we'll call it v initial. That's the momentum of the block that is moving on the spring at equilibrium. And now that we have dropped another block onto it, it will be m plus m. They stick together, v final. Well, what do we notice about the v final this time? Well, it would be the m's would end up being like m v initial would equal 2m v final. The m's would cancel. And then we find out that the v initial divided by 2 is equal to the v final. All right, so we've lost some speed. Well, we lost some speed this first time too. We knew that was going to happen. But what happens to the loss of speed this time is different. Because the loss of speed this time, if we solved, we'd find out like it's some sort of square root of 2 because the 1/2s cancel. We could pretend that the k is 1 and the x value is 1. And then we divide by 2 and we square root the v. You get the square root of 2 times smaller versus just regular v. But here, it's not square root of 2 times smaller, it's 2 times smaller. So that's a distinguishable difference there. All right, so let's do the math. Originally, we had 1/2 m v initial squared. That was the total kinetic energy. Well, what's our total kinetic energy now? It's 1/2 2m, and then what is our v final? Our v final, now our velocity will be v initial over 2 squared is the kinetic energy now, after the collision. This is the kinetic energy before the collision. This is the kinetic energy now after the collision. Well, we do a little bit of math here. We got 2m, we square this, we get v initial squared over 4 is equal to the kinetic energy now. Well, this ends up equaling 1/2. So originally we had 1/2 mv squared. That was the kinetic energy originally, before. Now we have 1/2 mv initial squared. So the kinetic energy now is reduced by half. Now that is only true if the blocks are the exact same mass. If they're different masses, then it would be reduced by maybe 1/4 or 1/3 or whatever. Okay? But the key here is energy got reduced by half in my scenario, and at this moment, kinetic energy is all we have. So we will reduce the total energy. So if it gets dropped at equilibrium, total energy will be reduced. If it gets dropped at max amplitude, according to AP, the total energy will be conserved. All right. Now, all that being said, that would be if it is a horizontal spring and we drop the block right on top. What about if we just had a block right here? Let's just pretend that there's a block here on a spring and it's not moving. All right. So it is m times 0, no momentum. And we take another block, we'll go with the same mass, and it is moving towards it. Well, what's going to happen? Well, they're going to smack into each other. The momentum of here will be conformed, and it will be an inelastic collision. We're going to say they stick together inelastic. If it was an elastic collision, boring problem. All right. If it's an inelastic collision, we get mv initial will equal the same m plus m v final. And then we have the m's cancel. We get the exact same vi over 2 is equal to vf. All right? Which means that we have the kinetic energy that they leave with. So this would be the velocity they leave with. We've already determined what that will end up being. They leave with some kinetic energy. I don't want to get too much into the math here, but I want to talk about when this smacks into each other, this moves. It had no kinetic energy in the beginning. After the collision, the kinetic energy is present. And with that kinetic energy being present, this is the equilibrium position. So the kinetic energy that surfaces after the collision, which we can find, we got the VI over 2, and you would be able to plug it in. It would be 1/2 m VI squared or something like that. And the kinetic energy present there will turn into the elastic potential energy later. All right? So that would tell us that this will compress the spring, and then it will go back out, and it will oscillate back and forth. So whatever kinetic energy we have at that equilibrium at that moment will cause the spring to compress, and then it will cause it to go back to equilibrium, and then it will cause it to stretch and then go back and forth and back and forth. All right? It will have an amplitude, but I want you to recognize that at the collision, that's the equilibrium spot, and then it will get to a max amplitude based off of whatever kinetic energy it has, because 1/2 m, well, it'd be m plus m, VI over 2 squared would equal that 1/2 kx squared. So you can find the x value, and then you would know its max amplitude. Okay? That's going to do it for this one. Until next time, my friends, stay positive, and I will see y'all later. Bye.